Hi everybody, it's Clare Maxfield here with Ann Reinten, and welcome to this information session, International Image Consulting course to be held in Mumbai. Jainee is with us, so Jainee,
Hello
over to you.
everyone. Hi. So yes, I have invited Claire and Anne today for this session. I'm very excited to launch this course in India. I will let Claire and Anne talk. I'm just going to discuss a couple of points and then the place is all yours. So as I mentioned, we are launching this course in India. It's a globally certified course. We have two modules and Anne and Claire will discuss on that. What I'm doing right now is I'll give short introduction to Anne and Claire. So Anne is someone who I have been following for stalking, for lack of good word, from the time I am an image consultant. She's a front leader. I love what she brings in terms of everything that could be done online. So when it comes to the usage of technology, you're not restricted to a location, and this is one thing that I have learned from her. So when I moved from Mumbai to Singapore, I really looked up to what she used to do because I knew that image consulting is not restricted to me being in Mumbai or that I'm in Singapore and starting a new market. So I love what she creates, and yes, I am an official stalker of her work and I absolutely enjoy what she does. I felt privileged when I met her in Mexico. It was, you're starstruck and you meet someone, so that was the feeling. Claire, I have been following her videos and her details. So whatever she puts up on social media, I think I'm the first one to just fill that form and see, what am I? What personality am I? Or what kind of a shopper am I? So all these small things that she creates, they're so wonderful because right now everyone logged in is an image consultant. And I know that as an image consultant, also work with people, not just on the external, but things affect us internally, and that's how we project them externally. So what I love about Claire is that everything happens internally and then that is projected externally. What I want here today is that you guys can know what Anne and Claire are. You guys can start stalking them like I have been doing them for 7 years now. And you can read their blogs. My private stylist is something which has to be path breaking in the industry, and you guys should definitely have a look what it is. Their introductions, yes, I don't know what much to say. I'm at loss of words, but they could quickly share what they do. I mean, it's very unfair. Anne's got like more than 35 years of experience in image consulting, and Claire has over 15 years of an experience as an image consultant. So I am actually a novice in this field.
Sure. Well, welcome everyone, and thank you for that introduction. Just a little bit about myself. I started in 1981, having a former career as a palliative care nurse, and I literally fell into this career after I had a severe back injury, and it's amazing how in your life sometimes one door can shut and you think it's absolutely devastating, and yet another door opens that you never expected. And this industry, this career has taken me around the world. I absolutely love what it can do to people, and I've really enjoyed every minute of it myself. And in creating my company way back now in 1996, it's grown around the world. And one of the things that I want us to be is leaders in the world of technology, because that is where the world is going. It's always going to be great to have one-on-one consultations, but the use of the things that you can take hold of online makes our businesses much stronger, and it allows us to take our business from local to global. And that's, to me, incredibly powerful. And that's what our business always aims to do. We want to train you in the best manner possible. We want to provide you with the best tools possible, and we want to show you how to get a career that will be very sustainable, that will have a passive income, as well as one that you get through actually seeing somebody one-on-one. And that's the most sustainable way of running a business, I believe, today. And as I said before, the use of online technology or just technology in general really makes a big difference to what we can do. So my love has been in training people. I've had specialty parts of my career where I deal with women, working with colour, developing tools. I've also had a lot to do with transgender, and it's a really interesting whole facet of what I do and what I love. And I'm going to pass you over to Clare in a moment, because what Clare brings is, yes, I trained Clare some 15 years ago. Together now, we have 53 years of experience that we can bring to you to really, take your business to the next level, because I think there's almost nothing that we haven't encountered in some way that we can help you. And Jainee will be able to help you with the Indian nuances that you need to know about that maybe we can't bring for you. And so I'm going to pass over to Clare and let her tell you what she brings to this business. Oh, and by the way, I asked Clare to come and join me in this business about 2 years ago now.
18 months.
18 months ago now, because Clare has built an incredible business on her own, and I'm looking at needing some help to, not just do it on my own. And I couldn't think of a better person I wanted to invite into this business. So without further ado, I'm going to pass you over to Clare.
Thanks, Anne. Well, hi everyone. Yes, as Anne said, I started here. We didn't quite train here, but was here almost 15, 16 years to the day. I think it was June of 2002 I did my training. So prior to that, I was a flight attendant with an airline in Australia. And since then, I've gone out, I've managed to write 5 books. In fact, some of them have been published by a publishing house in India. That's where I get a lot of my stock from now. And I've trained all around the world, just like Anne has. I started my own business. Then I went out and I went into partnership with someone else. And then 18 months ago, Anne came along and headhunted me and gave me an offer to partner and work with her that was, something I couldn't say no to, because the tools and the equipment and the technology that Anne brings to the table, no one else has. And so it is very, very exciting. When it comes to my own work, I've had years of experience in the corporate market, many, many years working with men. For a while there, all I did primarily for about 3 to 4 years was work with men. Like all of you, I've done one-on-one and groups. So I kind of think between the two of us, as Anne said, there's very little we haven't done. And what I also bring to Image Innovators now, as you'll see, not only am I the lead trainer, I'm the consultant manager. So in the past, I've always been able to help consultants when I was free. But if I was doing my own stuff, I could be gone or busy, whereas now I'm here for the consultants all the time, which is just wonderful for you. And yes, I actually still do see my own clients on the weekends though now. But I'd like to think the experience that between Anne and I we can bring here is second to none anywhere in the world.
And I think what I'd also like to say is Clare's been on the international board of AICI for many years and is still on a board again today. And that insight that Clare can bring about the industry globally and the challenges people face and how they overcome it, that's really valuable in what we can bring you as some sort of mentorship as well. So I'm going to go on to the next slide now and just going to tell you that the course that we run is a certified course with AICI. It's got AICI CEUs in it, and I believe there's not too many courses that come to India that has that. So I think that's very important for you to know that it is a course with recognised content that is of value. Also, what Jainee mentioned is that we have a lot of products, and Clare's going to show you some at the moment. We have internationally awarded products from AICI, such as My Private Stylist, and many other things. And we are forever adding new things as well. So Claire's going to show you a few of the things that you'll get in your training, and on the screen there, that is some of the things that you'll get. There is, now we just finished a training last week here in Melbourne, and the big bag that they took home with them, what did we weigh that out of?
It's over 12 kilograms
worth of materials. All of our materials, this is folder 2, are all high value, high quality training materials.
Now this, what you're seeing here, is just our style training manual. We train in 3 modules: style and image management, advanced multiracial color analysis, and I'll explain that to you in a minute, and we do a day on business. So this alone is your style. This is your color manual, and it's a bit hard to open that up here. And this is your business development manual. Now, just before I bring out other tools, I just want to mention what, and believe this took us weeks, months to put together. We have gone out, we've called it multiracial. We have a chapter on people who have a Caucasian ancestry. We have a chapter for people who have an Indian ancestry. It doesn't mean they necessarily live in India. They might live anywhere around the world, but it's the Indian colouring. We have a chapter on people who have the African ancestry. We have a chapter for people who have an Asian ancestry. So we are covering all of the cultures and ethnicities of the globe, and show you how every one of our colour system, we have 12 colour swatches that appear like this or like this, and 12 of each foot, and you can find one that no matter where your clients are from. So clients don't get pigeonholed into a small area. So in tools, I want to show you our manuals. I also wanted to show you, these are our women's individual, I've got the light on, sorry, little style guide. So if your client isn't online, we have, stop over here, booklets. When we get to the next slide, I've got some other things. We also have books that you can purchase as a consultant if you want to go into the corporate market. You can buy these for next to nothing, I believe, and you don't have to make up. And we've got here a manual that's 70 pages that you can get for all of your female or male clients, as well as a lot more tools. Like we've got wonderful measuring charts. But that's where I will stop for a minute with just some of our tools. You can see in that image there the bag that everything comes in. Some of the manuals with the middle slide on the left-hand side, they are some of our books. The central slide, that's our colour with some of our swatches, our face cards. We have hundreds of faces that our students work with during the course. Further along is a business and some of the tools students make. You can see our range of swatches at the bottom, and something that I don't know that anyone else, anywhere else in the world is doing is Ann prepares for you a social media post. We have a lot of people who go, well, I want to build my social media, what do you write? Ann doesn't just create the picture. She creates the sales text in there, where to post it, and how to add your own material in it. So actually you don't have to think while you're using our products. You have 100%, I think more like 300% support like nothing I've ever seen before, to include webinars twice a month, a whole lot of historical library you can go to. And if we don't have it, more often than not, we make it.
Just ask and we'll do it. So I think we provide a lot of material on top of the training course. They get 12 months support. So I'm not sure what the rupee is, but in Australian dollars they get $580 worth of value we give our consultants every month.
And you get that for free for 12 months.
Yeah, so that's really cool. That includes free style programs, men or women, to use every month, and they can grow to 100. So you can save them up and maybe do a seminar with them or whatever you want. With the training, we have bonus online lessons. With the training, is when you do the class, you can get hold of the bonus online lessons as well. So it extends outside the classroom should you wish. So one of the things that Jainee told us was important for you is to have a really good men's styling and grooming session. And that's what we'll bring to you in the training. We obviously do women as well, but we'll have a whole session on men, and I'll pass it over to Claire.
That's what I'm getting myself organised here. With the men's, we have, I believe it's about 14 lessons of our 63 lessons is on men's. We cover everything to do with men's suiting, men's grooming, all the different garments men wear, the different body shapes, the different personalities. We go with you how to tie a tie. Some men love the online program. If you're dressing a man for a date, the colours to put him into. This is how to dress him corporately. This is how your clothing. Now, I'm jumping over about 6 pages at a time. This is how to measure up the man. These are all I think there's something like 16 different body assets we look at for men. So I know there's many people get nervous about working with men. From my experience, I'm able to share with you how to work with a man so that he sees you as an image consultant, as a resource, and in no other way that would make anyone uncomfortable. And when I had probably 500 men on my books, the only time they got uncomfortable is if I ran into them in the street and they weren't wearing my clothes. Aside from that, it was a wonderful clientele, and they're certainly someone you shouldn't overlook. So we do spend enough time so you'll feel very comfortable with working with them.
We've talked a little bit about colour, so we have a colour module, and as Claire says, it covers both non-Caucasian and other races as well. The course is quite in-depth, lots of hands-on practical demonstrations and exercises for you to do. We have drapes, and one thing that's very special about our drapes is that we have them specially made for us. Unlike any other country who just goes to a local fabric store and has them put together, I bring in the fabric, I have it all specially dyed so that it's exactly the colours that it needs to be to help you be able to do the right determination. Comes in a nice bag, very clear to understand how to use it. We have lots of forms for you to follow as well. We have, yes, all sorts of tools that you'll use with a client to help know how to manage their colouring and what to tell them. And when a client gets one of our, what we call our premium swatch, I'll put it that way, they also get an ebook that goes with that. And by the way, these are our premium, as I mentioned. They come in both male and female versions. And you might say, well, why would you have two? Men wanted things differently. Women were more than happy to have all their pinks and all their reds and their greens and all those colours together. But men said, well, no, I want to know what are my dress shirt colours, what are my suit colours, what do I wear for casual wear. So for men, we take out, if you like, some of the more female colours, and in here we have it broken up into dress shirts, suits and jackets, and then casual wear and ties at the back. So men really enjoy that. And on the back of our swatches, we have a lot of information, and it will tell you the colour and how they should use that colour in their wardrobe and psychological effects and that sort of thing. You can also personalise the covers, if you like, of the premium swatch, and that will allow you to have your own branding on it. There's a small charge for that, but it's a very small charge just for all the setup in the beginning. Alrighty, we'll move on. The course is, I believe, very cost and time effective, because in 12 intensive days, and they are intensive, you will get to cover everything you need to be able to start your image career. You will have very comprehensive materials to take home that will back up what you've learned in the classroom, because we know there's a certain amount in the classroom of a day where it just will go like that because there's so much being taught to you. So you will have it all in your manuals, and you'll have bonus online lessons that you can go to as well. You'll always have Claire and I, and so cost and time-wise, it's a very effective course.
I was just going to say, the great thing about it is you You do it all the learning in one sort of short, pressurized amount of time. And then for the next 52 weeks, you also get a weekly email from us going, remember this, remember this,
Have
you done this with your business? So we give you little nudges along the way to help you with your business, as well as Anne was saying, you get the bonus material online, so you can actually watch extended parts of any of the course that you went, what do we do there? I can't remember. So you can go out the very next day and start consulting, have your very first client the next day, and you will have everything you need. You don't need to continue on. We do expect you to do post-course assignments, so that way, rather than just you finishing and getting a certificate, we know by the time we give you that certificate is actually very well trained and very confident at what they do, because you have done it not just in class, but after class, and you too will feel very confident in what you're doing.
And I think that's important, because when I first trained, I went away and had no follow-up. And so I started doing colour in particular. And I remember thinking to myself, I think I've got this colour right, but if I haven't got it right, well, I'm going to be continuing to do it this way and wrong for ages. So those post-course assignments are really invaluable for you to get it right. And also for us to find out where's the little areas that you didn't quite get in class. And with those online lessons, you go and watch that lesson again. And so I think that's really important for that follow-up that you might feel that you need.
So as we've got here, we do have the year-round supports that you can watch it in the comfort of your own home after we're not there. But always just send us emails, and we're happy to chat with you at any time.
Skype is always around, and our time differences between here and where you live isn't very much, so we can always get together and chat and help you with anything you don't understand, or in fact any information that you might need.
So I have been doing this masterclass for image consultants for 2 years now, and I have worked with a number of image consultants in India on one-to-one basis, and as a group masterclass. I've done 3 masterclasses in Mumbai, and I've worked with a number of consultants online on one-to-one, where I've been training them on the nuances of how to start the business. What happens with everyone is that this is an entrepreneur business. Once you are done with the course, you want to test the market, what works, what doesn't work. Pioneers in Mumbai, in India rather, I have worked out certain techniques which work and which doesn't work while you're working with corporate clients, while you're doing your group workshops, or while you're working with private clients. So my masterclass for image consultants is specifically for existing our course, and for free, which I generally charge 750 Australian dollars, which is close to 35,000 Indian rupees, which I'll be giving complimentary as part of, as my launch for this academy. And this masterclass will basically help consultants in understanding how to bridge the gap between your technical training and your practical application. So the masterclass is going to be in July. The course is in April. I have given the 3-month gap so that you can start out. You can start practicing as a consultant, and when you come back in July for the masterclass, you have your questions ready that, Jainee, why is this not working, or what more can I do, or what do you think, where am I going wrong? So that's what the masterclass does. I just want to add on the year-round support what Clare and Ann are offering. It's a fantastic thing, because I remember when I did my image consulting course, I have cried for the first 3 months, because once the course is over, then what? I mean, I felt stranded and left, that now the course is over. I'm not clear on particular topics. And that's when I started reading and researching that, okay, I need to learn on my own now. What I love about the year-round support is that after the 12-day course, you will cry on the 13th day, but we are there from the 13th day. So that's something that I absolutely love as the support, that we are there with you. Once the course is over, we are not out and you're not alone.
The course is going to be held in a very lovely event.
It's at the Courtyard Marriott at Andheri, and I hope I said that properly.
And so that is going to promise to be a very nice venue for you to come to. And so we've got to the part now where we're here to answer any questions you might have about the course, the products, whatever it is. And we have an offer for you today. Now, I think most of you know that the price of the course that Jainee is running is...
Fee is 7,800 Australian dollars, which when you convert, it's close to 3,96,000, 4 lakh rupees. We'll have to see the exchange rate, but yeah, that's roughly 4 lakh Indian.
For attending today, if you would like to register for the course, we are going to be sending everyone a link, and if you sign up within the first 24 hours after this course, we're going to take 20,000 rupees off the course. So I think that's a nice little sweetener for you.
Shruti, you asked is the content covering Indian fashion and styling? The content that we cover is an international-based styling program. Jainee is doing the nuanced product at the end, but it's almost the guidelines that we teach you are internationally recognized. So if we're talking about a neckline, we may not be talking about what is exactly in fashion at this particular point. We talk about all of the necklines that are in existence, all of the skirt lengths, all of the trousers, all of the sleeves, everything to do with styling and image on an international scale. And then we use examples where we can that are local, but we're not talking about the latest fashion. We're teaching our clients to be the best they possibly can at any time of their life. So
I think I might just say what we do is we teach all the line and design and garment types that suit an individual body. Once you know that, you take from fashion what you want to. So if we just make it all about fashion, the person doesn't really know about themselves. And that's one of the big differences between stylists and image consultants. Image consultants put the body first, and then we take from fashion what suits that body. Whereas stylists will often just be all about fashion and a label, and that's all that really matters. We want to make sure that the person is fashionable, but knows what to take from fashion to make them look the best and have the image that they want in whatever circumstances they're going out into.
Shruti, does that answer your question?
AICI certified, has a very global perspective, but if you need any help on Indian perspective, I have my content ready. So even if you wanted before the masterclass, that's what I was going to do in the masterclass, that we Indianize the content, whatever you might need, whether with respect to the Indian silhouettes that we're talking about, or whether sari blouses and sari itself. These are the global concepts that we can Indianize anytime. And if you need it, I already have my content ready, and we can talk about it while we are doing the class. I will be there. So if if you want an example that, for example, we're talking about line and shape for a skirt, how can we use this for a sari blouse? I will be there, and I will tell you with images how this can be used in a sari blouse or in an Indian kurta. I hope this answers your query.
All right, so I'm just reading here now. Keep looks expensive and intimidating at the same time. Will we learn with our own tools during the class? Yes, you are given tools. Though everything you saw is what you're given.
Here, you get to take home.
Yeah.
So I have to bring it, but everything all the way through, what you're using is what you keep.
Yes. So you have a great deal of materials that you get to take home, you get to use, and we'll show you everything through the course, hands-on, so that you will feel more comfortable about using it, and especially knowing that you'll have those assignments that will get you even more used to it and knowing that you're doing it correct. So did that answer your question sufficiently, Nia? Fantastic, that's great. Well,
I'd just like to say thank you for joining us today, Jainee. Thank you for inviting everyone along and us, and we hope we've answered your questions, and either Jainee or Anne or myself, we're here to answer any other questions you might have in the future.
So with that, we'll say bye.